welcome back to another Wellness Wednesday workshop. I'm Dr. Lori, coming to you from Phoenix, Arizona at Phoenix Family Wellness. Now, last night we started our New Life Jumpstart. It was our first meeting, and I gotta tell you, I'm excited for the next 12 weeks. We have families that are doing this together. We don't have just accountability partners. We have entire families that are looking at making the change in their life, and that's really what we want to see. Now, what we're starting with is really the why and why we're doing it. If you missed last night, then I'm going to go over some of those key points that we discussed. The biggest reason that we want to do this, that's the why. We really want to own the why, because once we have that, the how is going to make sense. Anytime you start questioning, oh, can I do this? Can I make these changes? When you remember why you're doing it, it'll give you that strength and give you that extra boost. And as long as it's strong enough to you, important enough to you, you're going to do it, and the changes are going to happen. If you notice the logo that I have right here, the Phoenix Family Wellness logo, it stems from the heart of the family. That's really what it is. When you own that why in your heart, then everything is going to change. Those wings are going to open and you're going to fly. Your health is going to soar. So thinking about the why. What's my why? Why do I want to do this? Why do I want to do this New Life Jumpstart? And here's the thing. I'm doing it too. I'm doing it. My family's doing it. We're all doing it together. It's a community, a big support system, because we want to make the change in the community to be healthier. So my why. We are at a state right now where the teenagers in our community are not going to outlive their parents. This is the first time we're seeing this. Why aren't they going to outlive their parents? Well, because of the state of their health, because of the obesity out there. The chronic diseases that used to be showing up later on in life are now showing up in our youngsters and showing up in our teenagers. And they are now facing a crisis, a true health crisis, and we need to make those changes. How do we make those changes? We make them ourselves, and we become those leaders, we become those examples to our kids, to those people around us, so that way they know they've seen us go through that, they've seen us come through the ashes, soar again, and they can do it too, and it gives them the confidence to do it. We're parents. We're the ones that provide those guidelines, provide that life for our families, and we want to make sure that we're doing it right. That's my why. Right now, if you looked at the United States, if you looked at the country, as far as the technology, medical technology, all of our procedures, we're number one in the world. We're the best ones for trauma care, for surgical procedures, life-saving procedures. But if you look at the state of our health of our country, we're down, 39th, 40th place right now. We need to change that. We need to get up there. So what is your why? Why would you want to change? Again, we go back to the why. Why am I not talking about what to eat? Why am I not talking about how to exercise? Why am I not talking about ideal weight? Well, this is why. We're looking at total body. We're looking at total future. So the first thing that has to change really is the way we think about all of that. We know in our heads that we need to eat right, we need to exercise, we need more fruits and vegetables, but unless we know why we have to do that, it's not going to change and it's not going to stick. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to start with above down. Our body heals from above down, inside out. So we're going to be able to make those changes from above down, inside out. A&E has a TV show out, and it's called Hoarders. Have any of you guys heard of Hoarders? Hoarders are those people that are unable to really let go of things. They have piles of trash, they have piles of newspapers, magazines, clothes all over the place, and it really is a sickness, it really is a disease they're unable to let go of. There's old food, there's sometimes animal feces, sometimes there's even dead animals in there they just haven't let go of. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't take overnight just, oh, ew, this place is a mess. Let's go ahead and throw it out. Unfortunately, they have to change up here first. And it's the same thing that happens. What happens in their homes, the hoarding, is happening in our bodies. Think of all of those things that we put into our bodies. All those things we don't do. We don't clean it. We don't move it. We just put junk in. We put trash in. Some people's why for making these transformations, let's say it's coming up to summertime. They want to put on a bathing suit and feel better about themselves. So they need 5-10 pound change. Let me put something into perspective for you. This right here is 5 pounds of fat. Now what happens is The fat cells are actually what stores our toxins, stores that junk. So when you're thinking, why do I have all this fat? Well, you have a lot of junk. You need to get rid of it. So this fat is just 5 pounds. For those of you who need to lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 50 pounds more, think about this. This is 5 pounds. Now when you don't have the trash in your body, you're not going to need as much fat to store it, to keep it from your organs, to keep you safe. So what's going to happen naturally? When you start changing the way you're eating, when you start moving things through by exercising, getting everything going through your system, the toxins are going to get out of you. You're not going to be putting junk in. The junk's going to be coming out. So what's going to happen to those fat cells is they're going to start to shrink because they're not going to have that stuff to hold on to. So then you start losing that fat. You start losing that weight. You start trimming down. The weight itself and the numbers on the scale may not change, but you know what will? The lean muscle that's coming up, that's keeping you healthy, that's keeping you strong and supporting you. The shape that you're in, the condition, the energy level, the way your body's functioning, less stress on it, less toxic, less chemical stress, less physical stress because you're going to be able to exercise, you're going to be able to move, and less emotional stress because those chemicals inside aren't going to be poisoning your mind. You're going to be able to think clearer, you're going to be able to get rest, you're going to be able to live well. So that's the why we're doing this. From above down, inside out, we're making these changes. And you'll see today I'm standing in front of our Think Well station here in the office because we need to think well and we need to think positive and think of those changes that we want to make for ourselves and for our families. So tune in again next week for the next Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday workshop. If you're able to make it Tuesday night, 6 o'clock here in the office, Phoenix Family Wellness, we will be doing this for the next 12 weeks, focusing on these changes, this new life jumpstart. So hopefully we'll be able to see you on Tuesday. If not, again, tune in Wednesday. Look for us on the website. Start reading the blog. I'm going to be talking about everything that's going on, all the changes that we're seeing, how things are happening, and what we're seeing in the community from this. And until then, take care. Make sure that you're living with passion, you're changing your health with passion, and you're loving your families moving forward from above, down, inside out, full of healing.